Hi everyone. Today's video is going to cover Chapter 2 of the Introduction to Linux Operating System course. So that would be installation and basic usage. The way I'm doing this is I'll have virtual machines that I'll run for Ubuntu and Fedora to show how things are done in each. I've already got the Ubuntu one created, so I'm going to create the Fedora one right now. And then I will show you the process of getting everything downloaded to run it. So to create the virtual machine, I'm going to say Fedora Net 420. We'll just leave it there. I'm not going to select a image or an ISO yet because I haven't downloaded it. So as you can see, it automatically figured out that I want to do Linux, and because I called it Fedora, it automatically figured out that I want to do Fedora 64-bit. So let's see. I'm going to give it, we'll give it 4096, 4 gig. We'll leave it at one processor. Give it a 25 gig. I normally pre-allocate, but I won't do that right now. Next. Okay, everything looks good. So we'll create it. It's down here. I'm going to go in settings. I'm going to go to network adapters. I'm going to attach that to the bridge adapter. Nope, not the bridge adapter. Internal network. Nope. Trying to find my. Let's see. We're going to cancel that for right now. Need to go here. I need to look at my host-only networks. There we go. My NAT networks. That's the one I want. So, okay. Now that I know which one it is. So I'll go to network. Go to NAT network, and Cybercraft is the one I want. Okay. So first, I'll show you where to go for Ubuntu. So for Ubuntu, you're going to go to ubuntu.com, and it's going to bring you to this page. And so you're going to click Get Ubuntu, and then you're going to click this Download Ubuntu Desktop. Then you're going to click this Download 24.04 LTS. I've already downloaded it, so I won't do it. But when you do that, it'll start to download automatically, and the page will come up with a sign up for updates, and what do you plan on doing with this. You don't have to fill that out unless you want to. And then it will download Ubuntu to wherever you have it set to download. So with Fedora, it's going to be a similar project. So we've got the latest release, which is 40. Click on Get Fedora up here. You're going to want Workstation. Click download. Just want an ISO file, which is what you're going to want to do if you're going to install this to a virtual machine. So you can download this, which will actually write it to a disk or a USB, so you can download it to whichever operating system you're using. You can do the ISO, which is what I'm going to do. If you've already got like a Raspberry Pi, you can download this one and vice versa. So as you can see, it's already downloading. It's going to take a little while. We'll see how long it takes. Oh, about a minute. So it's funny because this is only 2 gigs where Ubuntu was 6. So system requirements for these. For Ubuntu, the system requirements are the 2 gigahertz dual core processor, 4 gigs of memory, 25 gig hard drive, and either a USB or DVD for the installer. They say internet access is helpful because it downloads updates while it installs. For Fedora, it does not say the system requirements right offhand, but the textbook does have them. It says 2 gigahertz dual core 64-bit Intel or AMD. Quad core is recommended. 2 gigs, 4 gigs recommended. 15 gigs free space, 20 gigs recommended. If you're doing DVD, you need a DVD drive. Intel GMA 9XX and NVIDIA GeForce or AMD Radeon 9500. That's the graphics processor. So, as you can see, it downloaded. So we will minimize this. I'm going to go back into settings here. I'm going to click on storage. And I'm going to click on this empty here. And I'm going to click the CD or DVD drive. I'm going to choose a disk file. And I'm going to choose Fedora Workstation. Click OK. So now that one's ready to go. So I will start Fedora. And I will also start Ubuntu. The little numlock thing that comes up is because of the keyboard and mouse capture. So I'm going to pause while I'm waiting on these to start up. Okay, so I have both virtual machines powered up. Ubuntu by default went right into installing or booting the operating system and installing. Fedora did. Ubuntu, I stopped it at the grub version. So you've got the options of trying or installing Ubuntu, which is what we're going to do. You can do save graphics or you can test your memory. So I'm going to do try or install. They're going to take a little bit because of the fact that I've got 8 gigs of memory being used up by this, and probably 8 gigs of memory being used up by Windows and other applications. So, alright, so I'm going to click on hide that, and I'm going to do the same thing on this one. I'm going to slide this over a little. There you go. So you can see they're both popping up. The actual installation will be the same. Process will be the same for both. In this case, I'm going to do an upgrade on Fedora. I'll do an install. So I have an error on Ubuntu. Alright. Okay, because Ubuntu had an error, I'm going to close it out, and I'm just going to show you the Fedora install. What I'll do is I will stop this video right now, and then I will come back and run through the install on Fedora.